Yeah, then. Nowadays, I would say that 90% of the developers use JIRA as their task manager and Git for their repositories. And it is a very common practice to actually include the JIRA ticket numbers to Git branch names or even to Git commit messages. And if you would like to see how to automatically generate the pre-named Git branches so that their names would contain your exact JIRA ticket numbers, then please see my previous video on this topic. And in this one, we are going to focus on Git commit messages. So let's take a look on the state of my repository. As you can see, there are some source files, there are some scripts, but what is more important, if I execute the Git status, you would see that currently we are on the branch feature/prod13888 iOS intro redesign. And as you can understand, prod13888 is actually a JIRA ticket number, so I'm currently already following some naming convention for branches. Alright, let's modify something in this repo, like let's introduce a constant in this source file. Now let's try to commit these changes. So we are going to use some message for this commit, something like test123. Alright, and if we execute the git show, you would see that test123 is actually used as a commit message for the last commit, right? However, I would like it to be something like prod13888:test123, and I would like this modification to be done automatically by Git, and it is possible. And let me show you how you could parse your current Git branch name, extract the JIRA ticket number, and inject it to the git commit message. Okay, so we are going to work on the prepare commit message source script, which is empty at the moment. It is going to be executed by Git itself during the commit procedure, and the only thing which Git is going to provide us in the arguments is a file path to your file which contains the commit message. It's going to contain the original one provided by the developers, and we could modify it. So let's first read it to some variable, for example message, using cat, and we are going to just stream the whole content of that file path to the message variable. Now let's get our branch name. So I suggest you to use something like a symbolic ref command for your head. The reference for your head, as you can see, it already contains the Git branch, so we could just copy paste this command to our code. Alright, but please remember that this is a command and it could actually fail. Now, in this case, the output would be a description of an error instead of branch. So let's execute it in the quiet mode so that if something wrong is going to happen, the branch is going to be just empty. And now let's get rid of this prefix which we have in the reference. For that, we are going to pipe this to another command, the set, the substitute, using the really simple pattern. So it looks like this. Actually, we are able even to execute this in our terminal to check for the result. And yeah, this is exactly what we are looking for. This is our Git branch name, right? Okay, so how could we understand that this branch contains the the JIRA task number? I would say that I see it because there is a prod prefix over here. So let's create a variable like task prefix, which in my case is going to be the prod dash, but of course it's going to be different on your projects depending on its name. So let's check that branch is equal to something which starts with some characters, which is then followed by the task prefix, and then followed by some other characters. In this case, we are going to proceed. Otherwise, we are going to leave the message as is. Now let's execute the task name, task number from the branch. So, of course, we are going to use the branch itself, the variable I mean, and we are going to pipe it to another substitute. So this time we are going to use the regular expressions. So what expression are we talking about? So first we are going to skip a lot of characters in the beginning, right? And then we are looking for the slash, I mean this slash after the feature. And then it is going to be followed by the task prefix, which is followed on its own by numbers from 0 to 9, and there could be multiple of them. And again, it is followed by some other characters. But actually, we don't need to just match it because it's going to be just the branch itself. Yes, we actually would like to extract this exact content from this expression. So let's also use only this part. I'm actually not sure about the regular expressions. They are always tricky. So let's actually print out the task name over here and run the script. The only thing I would like to modify is to mute this message because I'm not going to provide any arguments for this debug session. So, and nothing is printed. Oh, of course, because I used the incorrect character here. Yeah. So this is exactly what we are looking. This is the JIRA ticket number. And if so, then we could suffix it with a message, right? And then just put it to the original file with the commit message. However, before doing that, let's put some safety brackets. What I mean is that there are some situations in which we don't want to do exactly this stuff. I would suggest to just probably write the original message to the file in these cases. So what cases I am talking about? I could imagine at least 3 ones. So what if our message is equal to the task name followed by some characters? In this case, as you can understand, the developer itself has already provided the prefix with the JIRA task name, right? In this case, we shouldn't even modify it for them. Another case I could think about is what if we are merging some other branch to our one. In this case, the message is going to start with some merge description, so we could skip it. And also, what if we are not that good developers, which means that the task name failed to be extracted from the branch. In this case, well, the task name is going to be empty. Yeah, like this. And yeah, in these 3 cases, we are going to just write the original message back to that file. Okay, so now let's configure this script to be used by Git, actually. So Git actually uses a lot of scripts in a variety of situations. The scripts are known as Git Hooks, and they could be found in a Git Hooks subdirectory. If you don't have it, you can just create it like I just did. Then let's go and just copy paste this file over here. And Git executes the scripts from this subdirectory, and it looks for some exact scripts by their name. So in this case, it looks for pre-commit message script. All right, so we did everything except one thing. Currently, we just created a script, and it is not an executable file. So let's actually make it executable. So we're going to change mode for the user group for execution for Git hooks and prepare commit message. Okay, so we did everything. Now let's try to commit the changes which we did on the script in this scripts subfolder using some message like script implemented. Okay, and if we execute the git show, you would see that actually the commit message now looks like prod 13.888 script implemented. And now all the commits in this repository are going to look like this. But please don't rely on this script completely, because there are some situations when it's not going to work that well. For example, during the rebase. But if you would like to see me improving this script, or if you have any questions, then feel free to put them to the comment sections. And this is it for today. You can find a link to this repository in the description of this video. See you next time. Cheers!